Here is a story of Jesus in Luke chapter 24 from verse 13 to the end of the chapter. It's a very interesting story. Jesus arose alive from the dead. When Jesus arose alive from the dead, many things happened, and this is all things that happened on the first day after Jesus arose from the dead. One of the most important facts in the Bible is that after Jesus rose from the dead, he was seen by many people. One time, while he was still here on earth, Jesus appeared and talked with over 500 people at one time, the same time. Luke chapter 24, in the first part of the chapter, it explains about the resurrection of Jesus Christ alive from the dead. Beginning with verse 13, on the same day, Jesus began to meet people and talk with them to explain what really had happened, that he did die and rise again alive from the dead. Early in the day, Jesus told Mary that he was alive, not dead. He told her not to touch him just now. He arose from the dead and had to go to heaven to receive his glorified body. Later that day, in verse 13, Jesus met two of his followers on the road to Emmaus. He had already gone to heaven and come back. He spent the day with these men, and they did not recognize Jesus. He hid his ID from them, and they talked about the events that happened in Jerusalem and the killing of Jesus Christ. They thought that Jesus would become king, but now he was dead. Well, this morning the ladies went to the grave and they saw the body was gone, and they say they met Jesus alive, and we don't know what's going on. They were confused. Arriving at Emmaus, they asked the stranger to come with them to a friend's house and eat with them. He did. During the dinner, Jesus revealed himself, who he is, to them and told them, "Why don't you believe me? I told you that I had to die and go away for a while." And starting with Moses, Jesus explained to them the scriptures, how that he must come and seek and save the lost. They were shocked. That was Jesus, really. He ate with them. The next day, at mealtime, Thomas was not there. There were 10 of the disciples there. And two men hurried back to Jerusalem to tell the disciple, "Jesus is alive. Jesus is alive. We saw him." And the next day at the meal, Thomas not there, Jesus walked through the door. Just appeared. They thought he was a ghost, and Jesus said, "No, I'm not a ghost. I have flesh and blood the same as you." And he ate fish and honeycomb with them, and they didn't know what to do. While there, Jesus gave 3 wonderful gifts to the disciples. In verse 36, Jesus gave them his peace. In verse 45, Jesus gave them understanding about dying and resurrecting and what they should do. And then in verse 45, Jesus gave them a job. He told them a job to do, to preach the gospel around the world. This was the first day of Jesus' resurrection, and he met those who were closest to him and showed them that truly he is indeed alive. Wonderful. God bless you.